can hear you. What's up, Andre?
Let's get active. I'm a little late today. Shit, I woke up like literally in like 10 minutes ago. I was like, nah, I gotta at least get on here before 8:30.
All right, cool, man.
Uh,
What's up?
you see me and everything?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, bet. Let me fix this webcam. Watch like this. Alright, we good. We all good. Say that. Time to get active. Alright, so first thing is we have news at 8:30 and 9:45. Those are the first things. I checked the news last night, so that's the times of news that we have. So let me just look at what's happening. London session, we had a push. This is our Asian range. So we took the highs out already for the Asian range. Alright, but I can map out what we can expect to go on. Okay, this wasn't expected. This got cleared. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna get in depth with it real quick. I'm just trying to wrap my head around what happened last night so I can take off certain things.
Okay, just watching you do your markings. Take your time, man.
Alright, but most of it's already marked up from last night, but I'm just trying to like just change certain things. Alright. So looking at what happened from last night, from Asian range, I'm on the hour time frame right now. From Asian range, we had a push during London. So we're either gonna have a retracement for New York to continue higher, or we're gonna have another case of a New York reversal and then continue this downtrend. But let me go start off on the daily. I'm keeping in mind that we're still bouncing off of this daily order block over here. You look left, see that this daily order block has a lot of resistance right now and it's holding price. So if we do want to see higher prices, we should see it from here. And it looks like we possibly already made our down wick. So if anything, if we do want to see higher prices, we could get that retracement to see higher prices. So it could be an example of a New York retracement with a London continuation type of day. Or from 34,200, which is this area up here that I have marked up. We have a lot of confirmations up here. I'm gonna go over them slowly. So for one, we have 34,200, which is a big figure level that we got to keep in mind. We also have, if you draw our fib from this high, from this move to the very low, using the body candles, you can see that our fib is right here, 62.79. As of right now, we currently are rejecting 62% of it. We also have this 4-hour order block from here, this last up candle for the down move that we have marked up. So this is our 4-hour order block, which is in confluence with the 70.50% of that fib that we have drawn also. So that's 3 confirmations right here. 4-hour order block, 70.50%, 34,200. And another thing we also have from this last candle, this down candle from here, this blue line to this blue line is a fair value gap. But now we can move it up here. So we still have we have up to here to fill in, which happens to be literally right in the same area as everything else. So I had this marked out last night because this is an area that I know we're more than likely going to see a reaction from. So if we can get price to push up into here, we can possibly catch that New York retracement. And then if it isn't a retracement, it's a reversal, then if we can catch it up here, we could likely hold it to lower prices. Personally, I don't think we will have a reversal. I think today's going to be a continuation, personally. So let's go to the 15-minute. And you can see how price is moving right now, these rejections. But right now, it's just slowly moving up and down. Let's map out the 50% of the Asian range.
Twice.
Which is
Price level.
where? Right here.
It's at the daily order block. And hit off that.
Oh yeah, hit off it a few times, more than twice. Look over here too.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then if you look even more, hit over here too. It's bounced off it multiple times on this daily chart and has had a move each time. Look, came to it once. This is a 1700 pip move. Came to it again. 1200 pip move. Came to it again. Came deeper. Right now, it's only at up 600 points. So I'm expecting it to probably continue going up because I'm looking at it like this. I don't really do patterns and shit, but the one thing I do know is W's and shit, double bottoms and all that. But you can see we're making a double bottom, right? Because if I was to show the wicks, no wicks, it's a double bottom. It looks like it's going to be a W, right? But I'm looking at it as this because we already took the liquidity from below this low. So I don't think there should be a reason to keep on going lower. It would be different if this didn't clear this low and then was making this W pattern. But now it's showing me that it cleared the liquidity, so now it could keep on pushing up higher. So right now, I'm probably just gonna wait for the retracement, or wait for price to push a little bit higher to catch the retracement, then possibly just get out on an early trade. Because we don't need to catch the full expansion, even though I'm expecting price to fall. We just got to be able to catch a move overall. Looky, those bars. I ain't gonna hold you. And we also have this 1 hour order block up here, which is 50% of this 4 hour one. As you can see, this 4 hour candle, if you get to 50% of it using the 50%, is right at confluence with that 1 hour order block. So that's something to keep in mind. So our stop loss if getting into this trade is ideally gonna be, damn, that's kind of a wide stop, I ain't gonna lie. But if I get in around here, yeah, that's a tight stop. I'm gonna have to figure something out. Hold on. That's 100 pips right there, just to stop. I'm gonna have to keep it something like, damn, that's kind of wide. We're gonna have to figure something out. All right, let me pull my fib from this low down here, from the bottom of Asian session to the high. Looking at where it's mapped out, so this 38.20% is at the Asian high, Asian session high, and then we have the other confirmations which are all the way down here, and the 70.50% is in confluence with the 50% of the Asian range also. As of right now, I'm keeping in mind that price is falling off after rejecting the 62%. But I have a feeling that since we're so close to this 4 hour order block, we're still gonna have a push. I don't think we're gonna trade off without coming to it. Oh, and my last confirmation I had is there's a breaker block right here. This last down candle. I just didn't have it drawn up because there's already so many confirmations in this area. But we have this breaker block also. So in a sense, this is like a freaking retest. So price consolidated, I had that push down. Now we're in this retracement. Possibly catch it lower to see higher prices. Or we're just gonna have this retracement. This shit just fucked up. Hold on. Have this retracement to then keep on reversing to go higher. Personally, I don't think we'll do that. That's what we did yesterday. It was a reversal yesterday, New York reversal. But today, looking at it, we should more than likely start to trend in a certain direction. Alright.
Yeah, I see all those influences.
Yeah, there's a lot up here in this 34,200 area. So I
Honestly, like I didn't see it until you mentioned it, because I didn't see it on the bearish side, but when you mentioned it, I seen that engulfing bearish candle break the order block, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's the inverse of the bullish.
So that's where it broke structure at. So it was going down, it was trading, it was in this uptrend. Then right here is where it broke structure to the downside. So it's a breaker block. And if I pull, I'm going to use a volume profile, and I can guarantee you that the majority of the volume, the point of control, is going to be right here. I haven't even used it yet, but I'm assuming that's actually down here at the 50%. So it's still in confluence with something. But you can see there's a little volume up here. This is where price traded to right now. So it came up to here, so now we're more than likely gonna have that maybe push a little bit higher before injecting to possibly come back to here, to this area down here before going higher. So these
Seems like a legit plan, man. Honestly, like it makes sense, like from what you're telling me.
yes sir, it's all thought out, all thoroughly thought out.
And you said it's a 50 pip risk.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a 50 pip risk, but with the size of the stop loss I'm looking at from up here, it's looking like about 100. So that's not good though.
100, okay.
That's a lot. Usually I don't like to use that much.
When you're risking that many pips, do you lower your lot size or do you keep
Yeah, I'm
it
gonna have
consistent?
to. I have to lower the lot size for sure.
Okay.
All right, just a 4-hour order block right here. Also, I just got a 4-hour time frame at this 38.20%. So that's something we gotta keep in mind.
You know what helps, just from like a viewer standpoint, is when you have your text box and you start writing in your confluences so that I see what confluences you're zooming in on, so I can kind of look at your chart
All right, but
and see.
I'm gonna do the confluences. You know where I be putting these eyes at? Those are the areas that I be talking about. So I'm gonna put the confluences or confirmations by these eyes, so you can tell what I'm looking at from over there. So up here, what I'm looking at for the possible reaction in price is we're at the 34,200 big figure level, so there's more than likely going to see a rejection of some sort. We also have our fib short, meaning I pulled my fib from this high to this low, anticipating a retracement to have a bearish move. So that's why I call it the fib short. I also have that 4-hour order block and that 1-hour order block right above it. So those are that confirmation. And then we also have this fair value gap or imbalance that needs to be filled. And what else do we have up here? And then we have that burger block. Yeah, you can honestly find a whole bunch, but I'm gonna just say the hour because it's the clearest. So this is our confluences just for this area up here alone.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 confluences, man. That's I think from one of your videos you said 3 minimum, so
Yes, sir.
it's adding up. Like it makes.
You gotta have as many. The more confirmations, the more likely you'll have that reaction. It's just all probability at the end of the day. Can't overcomplicate it. Let me see. Price. See if price trades down into this order block before potentially maybe having that push higher that we're looking for. Ideally, I'm trying to think when price gets up here what I'm gonna do, because I want to get in at this 4-hour order block because I feel this is gonna be the best entry considering it'll be at the 75%, 34,200, and at the 4-hour order block. But I'm trying to figure out where my stop will be. And for my stop, I could have it at 50 pips, but it's gonna be close. So it might come fill this imbalance, maybe trade a little bit higher to 79%, and they'll stop me out. Or if it reaches for the 50% of this 4-hour candle or the 1-hour order block, then it could also stop me out also. So I'm trying to see what I would be able to, where my stop loss would be. I don't know, I'm gonna wait till session there. So down here, the influences that we have for possible reactions on a trade is we have the 50% or the midpoint of the Asian session, which is our accumulation or consolidation of the day. So that's where how I usually map out my moves going into New York session. So we have the 50% of the Asian range. We have our fib long, which is from this low all the way to the high, and I'm expecting a bearish retracement to see a bullish move. So it's a fib long. And what else? What else is over here? It's not as much confirmations. See, is there any order blocks? I don't know. 4-hour. Nah, there's not really not a main order block that I'll really be wanting to keep in mind. I'm just trying to clean up my charts right now. I don't like having too much stuff. I like having what I need, but not too much. As you can see what's happening right now, just level wise, we came close to 34,200. I don't know if we're gonna come all the way up. We might not and just have that retracement. But you guys see what happens. 34,000 is looking like it could be a possible good area. If I pull my fib this way. The only thing I hate about the fib is you can always draw on from a different time frame. It always changes what you're looking at. I'm gonna just stick to the 15-minute fib, 15-minute time frame, since I'm gonna be on that the most. But right now, all we're watching is to see if price is gonna hold this order block, to see if we could possibly get that push up, to see this reaction up here. That's all we're waiting for.
Okay. And time's ticking. Another hour until the New York session opens, so it's gonna happen sometime from here till then.
I think we got news right now too. Yeah, it just came out 8:30. So
On Forex Factory.
I'm looking at it on my phone, but here I can look it up on Forex Factory. As you can see right here, where's it at? It's US dollar. We have red calendar at 10 a.m. and then 8:30 we have our news right now, which isn't as high impact, so it's probably not going to affect anything. This is always good to know, regardless if it's going to really affect you or not, when the news is, because you could likely see reactions in price at that time. And as you can see, we're slowly pushing from this area. You see it came to 62%. This order block. Now we're trying to see if it's going to hold. Essentially, go for this high, come in here, potentially fill in this imbalance, trading lower. Let me keep in mind 30 for 250. That might be another area that price might likely try to tag or reach for. Right here. So 34,200 to 250 is my ideal area I want to get into a trade at. If I can get in closest to 34,250 as possible, that would be ideal. But I don't want to trade too far away from this 4-hour order block if we are bearish and looking for that retracement. Because you can see we've been trading up since London session. All the way from Asian, we had a retracement. Now we're going higher for London session. So the only thing that could happen is we start to lose a little momentum, have a short retracement to the Asian session high, trade higher, or have a deeper one trade into 50% of the Asian session to then possibly trade higher after that. Or it's not going to be a retracement at all, and this move is going to be a complete reversal on today's candle and continue to go deep down back to its daily order block. So those are our little main things we're looking at today. An area we'll be looking to target when we're going for our buys. If we come up to this area, reject, come lower, I'm going to be looking to target yesterday's previous day high, which is this swing high right here. Because if you look at these lines that are separating, it just shows you each day. So right here is 12 a.m., 12 a.m. So you can map out what yesterday did, what today's gonna do, and it'll be clear.
Okay.
So that's really it right now. Now it's back to waiting for our entries now that we know where we are looking to get in these trades at.
Sweet. It's exciting to have a trade plan. There's two technically. There's one bearish and one bullish with a couple scenarios that could play out, and all we're doing is waiting
For them to happen.
Price action reacts to these breaker. We say 30-minute breaker blocks or 15-minute breaker blocks.
It was an hour breaker block, but there's a whole bunch. This right here could be a 15-minute breaker block, but I use the hour one because it's gonna have all of this in like one candle.
It's a lot of sideways.
Yeah, look at this push we're getting off of here, showing the willingness to want to go see higher prices. Good thing. was about to say, I thought my mic was muted on the stream. I was about to say, damn, that's crazy. I was about to say, nah, but we good.
Some good content.
I was about to say, I gotta go over this again. Shit.
Yo, I got my brother and friend, cousin to started watching your YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate the support.
I was like, yo, guys, this isn't the same type of charting we've been learning, bro. I was like,
The one thing, I put a lot of work into my YouTube and shit. Can you see my screen still?
yeah,
Like, you see me going to my other stuff?
it's good, man.
Like, I just be putting stuff in, because the thing, every weekend, I'll make all my videos, because I don't like focusing on my YouTube stuff during the week, because I focus on my trading, the Telegram, and all that. So I don't be focusing on it during the week. So I make all my videos, and I have them ready to premiere. So these are the two that I have right now: mental rules, and then importance of big figure levels. And I just write down a whole bunch of ideas each week, just trying to get new things. And whenever I like struggling something, then I'm like, okay, if I'm struggling, I know someone else probably is. So I'm gonna try to better myself to then try to get more experience in this, so I can try to explain how to do it better. So, see what happened during London session. We pulled this fib from the London low to here. This is kind of a good area that you look for. Right here, we have also a lot of confirmation. We have actually more confirmations here than here. So I'm gonna take this one off, because if we can hold above the Asian range, the 50% of the Asian range, I think we'll be good regardless. Be bullish. So here in this area, we have 34,000. We have our fib long. We have a 4-hour order block. And do we have any imbalances in there? No. We have the fib long, and it's the Asian session high. So if we come down to it and go higher, it would just be an Asian session high retest to see higher prices. So I can take this fib off. That cleans it up nice. There you go.
I would like to see because I'm just bullish in general. But I'll play it both ways. But I'd like to see the US 30 go higher. You know what I mean? Nice to see it pull back. New York and then maybe some higher, some buys. Nice.
Overall, here, let me show you the weekly perspective. Keep in mind, this week also a lot of stuff is going on with the power outages and shit, with the Facebook, with the Instagram down, and considering that this week's NFP also. So there's a lot of things going on as of right now to why the market is more than likely going to be it's going to be volatile going into Friday. So I'm trying to basically anticipate if price is going to be overall bullish for the week. I want to be getting in as low as possible. Why? Because look, this is the weekly time frame. If you look to the left, this is our weekly bullish order block right here, and you can see price is just holding above it, holding inside of it, not really leaving it. So if we can get orders in here, we could potentially hold them going into next week or even the end of this week to see higher prices, because we're in an area where we would likely want to see rejection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is just a pullback before the move higher.
Yes, sir. Now we're just consolidating inside of this order block, trading at a daily order block also for a possible push higher. I'm trying to see. And now you can see prices breaking this candle's high to push up to 34,200, which is a good sign.
It just broke that low high of the last candle too.
Which candle?
The most recent one.
Oh yeah, it broke the high.
A little high. Check it out.
Part of me wants to wait till we get up to like 34,280, because I'm looking at like these two down candles right here. So if I go to 30-minute, that's the order block right there, and that's the highest possible order block that price would trade to. So if we could trade there and ideally reject down, we'll still be inside of that 4-hour candle, considering we're on a higher time frame. And then from here we can get the best possible entry, because then we can try to get in right here or stop at this high, which would be about 75 points minimum, which is a big stop loss in my opinion. I don't usually like to use I use like 30 to 40, 50 if I need to.
That helps with your risk.
Helps with the risk reward, because if I know that, and I know the bigger stop loss I have to use, the more pips I have to catch in order. So look, this, if I was to catch this trade right here all the way, I would have to catch it all the way down here just to have a 1 to 2. Then I'll have to hold all the way down to here just to have a 1 to 3, because of how wide the stop loss is. But I'm gonna try to get in deeper on the 5-minute and really just try to anticipate what's gonna happen.
Well, you're good at reading price action, and then with it going into those order blocks, like you're kind of good at sniping this US 30. So I believe when you say you're just gonna have, when you're saying patience, hey, maybe that's the best play. Wait till it gets up to that range, and then shorten up the stop loss to 40, 50 pips instead of 100.
Like, see what I'm doing right now? I want it's a lower time frame, and I look left, and I'm trying to map out what's happening. And one thing I see is we have this very small imbalance, like literally nothing. So I have it just marked up from this top candle. So if I go back to like the 15-minute now and look what that is, I would ideally want to have my stop probably above of this if I do get in here. But if I get in at the 4-hour order block, I'm probably gonna have to look to have it under here somewhere. That's what I'm saying, like the 34 250 to 280 area would be the ideal entry, with the smallest stop loss with the best risk reward. That's what I'm looking at right now. I'm just move these over and draw an arrow. And you can see prices having that push higher. So as long as we keep on pushing, going into 930, we could likely see that reversal type of scenario. What I'm basically looking for is a false break of some sort. So I'm looking to take these highs out and have some sort of looking on the lower time frame to see if price is gonna trade back lower. But if we get that and price doesn't continue to retrace and react, then we will have the best possible entry, considering where we're getting in at. Oh shit, hold on, my camera's like too big. And it was a box, last box was one. There we go. Damn, I hate having OCD. Should be fucking me up. I'll try to get everything perfect. Yeah, we just gotta wait right now. Ain't nothing much happening. And all you can see right now is we're slowly filling this imbalance from this liquidity void that we had made from yesterday's move. So we're just slowly filling that in to potentially continue lower.
Yeah, your channel looks very high quality, man. Like even your cover photos are improving on your videos.
Yeah, I try to like make them nice and simple, but like they kind of grab your attention. Like they say what they need, but I don't know.
The new ones, your most recent ones are
Yeah, I like the way, like the new way I'm doing. I'm just keeping it simple, and I just have like the words. I'm not trying to put too much crazy shit on it. Same thing with like the live stream thumbnails. I just have it nice and simple, just live with a computer and a chart.
yeah, your logo, I see it.
Because at the end of the day, when you're trying to make a whole bunch of YouTube videos, trying to actually like make quality, like really in depth individual thumbnails that you make every single day, it just becomes a hassle. You're making multiple videos. So imagine I had to make a thumbnail for each live stream that I'm doing 5 days a week now, plus the 3 from the weekends that I make. See, if I use the same live thumbnail, then I have like templates for my regular videos. It just makes, gotta work smart, not hard. That. You should keep on pushing, ideally. Oh. We're gonna see. I'm gonna try to have smallest stop loss possible because I need this risk reward. Because I want to be able to get out in time just in case price does reverse on me.
Hey, back in school, did you ever have to make like flashcards and stuff?
Bro, I was the worst studier. I did not do shit at school. To be honest, I was not studying how I was supposed to. Cause like it's you can't really make people want to do certain things that they don't want to do. Like it's not like I'm a bad worker or I don't like studying. It's just that I didn't care for what I was doing. I'm not gonna study the history of fucking economics. Like, bro, why do I care? Like, I put hours into this trading studying because this is something that I personally am interested in and personally see benefit in.
I feel you. But when I was younger, to help me get better understanding of like lists, all I did was I posted like your charting US 130 rules on flashcards so that when I'm at work or at the grocery store or driving, I can see your exit strategy, like liquidity zones, imbalances, fib zones, order blocks.
Matter of fact, you want to see something? Since you're talking about flashcards. That's my wall right here. I just have like certain things.
I can't see homie because the camera
Is it blurry?
put it back to your channel or your camera's off on the
I got you right now.
Zoom. But I see it, okay.
Right here.
Oh, okay.
I have certain ones here. Like I keep a little list, not nothing crazy, but I keep just enough to where if I could just look behind me, it'll remind me about certain things. Like I have what time each 4-hour candle closes and stuff, so I can always keep in tune with the US 30. I have my risk management. I have look for the high and low of the week, Monday through Wednesday. I believe I run it these days to try to catch the weekly expansion, so I have that to remind me. I also have the watch the Asian session for accumulation, then manipulation, then for the distribution. And that's basically what we're doing right now. This move right here is our accumulation. This is our manipulation of these highs to then have a retracement to then catch a distribution. So it's ideally the same thing. Then I have like New York session characteristics to pay attention for, like little stuff.
Do you know what? Have you studied Elliott waves?
Nah, personally not.
Neither have I, but I was just curious if you did. So you
I heard a lot of people talk about it, but I haven't really heard anything crazy to the point where it's like, oh, okay, let me try this out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like price moves in waves, anyways.
Yeah. I feel like there's a whole bunch of different names for things when in reality people are looking at the same few things and giving it multiple different names. It overcomplicates things, and because at the end of the day, if everyone told traders that trading was simple, you just have to trade every single day, journal characteristics, and pay attention, and just be able to learn from your experiences, no one's gonna pay for that information. So they have to make it complicated. They got to give you strategies to want to buy 100. You get what I'm saying? Because they can't sell simple things. You gotta make it sound a little bit more complicated so that you have a reason to want to get that course. You think you need it. A lot of marketing behind it.
Yeah, dude, I paid $2,500 for the Trade Academy's advanced advanced course.
Yeah.
Bro, you're already 10 times better
And you know what's crazy?
content you post.
All of the stuff I learned, majority of it is from all YouTube, bro. That's what I be telling people. Like, YouTube has everything, you just have to find it. This right here is all you need. This guy right here. Because look at how much his content he has. Look how long each video is at that. And look how many I've watched. I've watched almost every single video. Plus more, because I'm in his mentorship.
Very cool, bro. So
This is the only person I...
crazy.
Bro, this is the only person I learned from. Like, I'll watch other trade videos, but I don't take anything into consideration what anyone's saying besides him. Everything I know is based off of what he teaches.
Is he marking up? Do you chart up the way he charts it or marks up?
It's similar, like if I go to a video right here, like he's so advanced to where he doesn't really need all of the things on his screen to really help his eyes. You get what I'm saying? Because he's been trading for 30 years already. He's been trading the concepts for like 20 years by himself. So he has like that intuition and that experience to really look at it and be like, okay, this is this is that, and doesn't have to have it marked up on a chart like us we do, because we're getting into it. We need to see it a whole bunch of times to be able to trust it. Like, see what he has. So like he'll have it way simpler, but he understands what he's looking for. Shit, this is what we're looking for right here. This move right here, that's what we're looking for right now.
Man, those are some pips, man. You're catching it in that not breaker block, but the order block. Man, that's nice. Getting in that order block.
Trying to look at it, but right here I'm trying to like compare it to our chart. Our chart did something similar. It took out these highs right here before falling down, and now it's retracing. But this one in this case took out all of them. Nah, it's not kind of the same, but similar price pattern.
Shit, it had the it looks like it's depending on what happens, like you said, it could.
Regardless what happens right now, if I miss being able to sell short, I'm gonna just wait for price to come down to 34,000 area, then go long here. Because I feel if we're able to get an in down here, my stop loss is gonna be way better. 75 pips, 50 pips, and this is with all of our confirmations. And the safe target, safe stop loss is 70 pips. When our trade up here, a safe stop loss can be like 90 to 80, which isn't ideal. But that's why we gotta try to mitigate, and we gotta see what happens, honestly. Because we're going into 9 o'clock in 8 minutes, so probably gonna see some moves soon. Yeah, we have it all marked up. We just gotta wait now. That's all this is.
Are you on track to meet your Q4 goals?
Sir, I was far away from it from before, but I'm picking it up. Last few weeks been pretty good, so it's been, because the summer itself wasn't the greatest. I made it work, but it wasn't the greatest. So if I look at my trades, the last, like if you look at the last like 2 weeks, this shit was the wins compared to losses were not there at all. Like great the last like 2-3 weeks, but then before that I was taking more L's than anything. Because the summer consolidation wasn't the best. I tried to keep the losses small, so made it work. It's all about adapting.
The end of the year's holidays gonna bring some volume and volatility into the market. I feel like.
Yeah, I think so too. And keep in mind, like a lot of those things. So here, go to my Telegram chat. Look at what the guy has sent us in your chat. This right here. Biden rips GOP for not voting to raise debt limit. So that's why a lot of people were saying that we had this drop yesterday. Plus the social medias were down, so this made price have a little volume also.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that the Fed, what is it,
Cryptos.
Yeah, I think certain cryptos will last. It's like the dot-com bubble, man. I keep reading up on the dot-com bubble. Why did all these projects survive? And it's just because they couldn't be scaled. Their management, their the ownership. You know what I mean? Like it didn't have those good grade A, double A company
Yeah,
project
they
standards.
weren't
So
better than the best.
yeah,
You could keep up.
so I swing trade cryptos because I feel like for me I'm getting better at seeing it. Like when they get to highs, I'll scale out a quarter or half and then just put all that back in on a dip. So I'm just recycling money. I'm not even spending my profits anything really.
Yeah, you can do that with crypto. You can hold long. You can scale in all the time. Like I'm just waiting for the point where I just scale in on cryptos, and I'm just like adding a position every week, break it even, leave it run. Cause I wait for it to get to a certain area. Like say how we're mapping out these trades right now, but I'll be mapping them out like on a 4 hour and a daily, so then I can hold it from there and just be able to keep it getting in every week, holding to the upside. That's what I'm waiting for. Until then,
Yeah, dude.
keep
I
killing
was
30.
talking to some other traders or my dad, people who don't trade, and I was telling him I was like, hey, you have to understand that the markets don't care if you get paid on Fridays and it goes through by noon. Like
Don't give a fuck. They
that's
don't
not
care
what
if
they buy.
family member dies. Them boys, they don't give a fuck. They will
Well,
take your money and run.
my dad has the biggest bag he has because he invests in the crypto now for the last year. But that's because I tell him to every week we're gonna buy, but there's gonna be certain weeks where I need you to double down or triple down on dips and
Yeah.
pullbacks and he has a lot of profit, man, and he's all thank you so much. You know, I never would have had this type of money in my life. Dude's like my dad's like 58 years old. You know, he's never had more than like 5,000 in his checking savings account at any point. Now he has 9K in a
So,
Coinbase account. It's like,
it's that new wave.
yeah, he's like, man, I feel secure. And I'm like, fuck, you feel secure with crypto?
It's like you feel okay with this, boy. Now you can see what I'm saying.
But yeah, dude, I was telling him, I was like, if the markets don't care if you get paid on a certain day, you know, that's why it's good to have some cash reserves throughout the week so that if there's a dip or like a pullback, that's the time. Like that's when the market's speaking, saying, hey, discount, buy in.
Yeah, that's all it is. Discounts.
On a Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, just make sure you have the cash ready. Don't be spending it all on the weekend. That's what I tell them.
Let me look at crypto. Alright, yeah, we're starting to push a little bit. I still think we have a chance of falling a little bit lower now. Personally. But I ain't
I got my charts marked up.
weekly. Monthly. I'm just keeping in mind the monthly on Bitcoin. This could just be an upward. I'm just keeping that in mind because keep in mind we're early into the month, right? And usually, if you understand how candles move, when candles first open, you know how I'm always looking for a retracement.
Yeah.
That's usually just how candles move overall. When a candle's open, a lot of the time for like the first half of the candle, it'll start to make like the opposite directions wick that it wants to go in. So say price is here, I'm gonna make a candle representation. So say right here, this is our candle. Right in the middle, we have our wick. I'll just change this color to like really dark. Right, say this is our wick. When the candle opens, it's gonna start off by making that, say price wants to go down, it'll start off by having that push up, right, from where it opened, have a retrace, right, and then for the other half of the candle, it'll more than likely go in that other direction. Then towards the end of that candle, it'll move up a little bit. This is here, this is the bad example, like this. So price made that goes has a push up, comes down, makes that wick, pushes all the way down for the other half of that candle, Then at the end of the candle, with like the last 5-10 minutes, we'll have that push. Push like this and make it a candle like that. Just understanding the way candlesticks move and all that. But the same thing that you're looking at with like a 5-minute, 4-hour candle, it's the same thing that happens on a monthly time frame. So since we're 26 days left and we're already making this upwick early into the month, and we're still coming into this area of high rejection, there's still a chance based on the higher time frame. I'm looking at the monthly, that price could still come lower. So I know it's gonna vary each day. So the daily might look like it's going up, but you gotta keep on. I'm looking at overall really long term. Because if I'm looking to hold Bitcoin for a year to like 6 months to a year, I want to get in at the best possible spot. And in my opinion, that would be all the way down here at around 37 to 36K to hold for the most potential upside.
That happens, like I see it too. Like I'm accumulating anything really with underneath 64,000. But I like to catch those red candles, and especially those wicks on those red candles. You know, that's nice.
We're rejecting again. Like a little double topper. That's kind of a good thing I want to see, because if we're making a double top, people are looking at that as support. Going into 9:30, I'm anticipating price more than likely try to push past this support now, clear the liquidity, come into this area that we have up here to see lower prices. This is a waiting game right now. If we miss this down move, shit, it is what it is. We know where we want to get in at. I'm not gonna look to take any unnecessary trades.
It's where all the confluences line up. Anything other than that is a bad trade. I would say.
Yeah, not following the rules. Even if it's not ideally like a bad trade setup, if it doesn't have more confirmations than somewhere else, it doesn't make sense to try to take the other setup. That's why I have mapped out 2 areas I could potentially look to have a move at, based on a higher time frame probability. Like, mind you, both of these have a 4-hour order block. I'm not looking at a 15, not a 30-minute, not a 5-minute. I'm going off of the 4-hour, and I'm looking at it on a 15-minute perspective. So when we get to these areas, there's likely going to be a move, more than likely for sure. Price ain't really doing much right now. We just gotta, like I always say, it's a waiting game. It's just consolidating at this level. 34,150. We'll see what happens. There's another thing I started to do that really helped my profitability. I started just waiting for like liquidity grabs now. Because when you catch these liquidity grabs, you have a high chance that price will likely reverse. Because if, say, I get into a trade right now, because we're consolidating at this area in price after rejecting the 62%, I try to get in, say, here's something, have my stop loss up here, whatever. And I'm looking to target down here. This is a horrible trade idea, just like a 1 to 1.3, but just for example, just say you wanted to get in here. Okay, price goes in my direction a little bit. But then at 9:30, we have a big wick or something, comes all the way back up before then coming down. So I either have to hold all this drawdown, get very close to a loss, or I could just wait for a liquidity grab to happen. So either I miss this move, I lose no money, make no money, or I wait for a liquidity grab to get in at the best possible spot to get a better entry for a higher chance to the downside. Because from here, that 1-to-1 basically trade we're looking at turns into a potential with a 50 pip to 80 pip stop. Sets like 1-to-2 now. So it's just little things that help you out.
I like the ladder of your clients, bro. Like, don't FOMO into a trade, but just wait till it goes back down for a buy. If the trade already took off.
Yeah, it's all about just having the discipline at the end of the day, because anybody can really find trades, but it's the fact that, are you gonna really follow your plan? Are you gonna really keep in effect what makes you a winning trader, what your edge is, what benefits you. You got to put all these into consideration, because a lot of stuff that goes into being consistently profitable and profitability doesn't even come from really understanding the charts. It comes from understanding your emotions, understanding your discipline, your psychology, your strength, your weaknesses, what you're good at, what you need help on, and trying to avoid all that stuff. That's why having a journal is very key. I'd be talking to myself, telling myself what I'm doing wrong, what I could have did better. And it's just,
You like Notion?
yeah, I like Notion. So you know what Notion is, right?
Yeah, I have it up on the tab, and it's like $8 a month or something like that.
Nah,
So
I think there's a free one. I think there's a free one though. I don't pay for it, honestly.
okay.
These are all my daily ranges. I have links for each day and what happened. So this is how I can anticipate certain things to happen. So see what we're looking for right now. Matter of fact, this is a great example. You know how we're waiting for a liquidity grab to have a retracement into the Asian range to see price go higher?
Yeah.
This is exactly what I'm looking for right here. And you can see it's this very similar setup. Look, broke structure, retraced, liquidity grab into the 70.50%. Breaker block on here on probably the higher time frames. Push down.
I see that imbalance too. So
And in this case, it didn't even fill the full imbalance. And then you can see it traded lower. And mind you, that's just one day. Then I have this one doesn't even have the link. So you can see like yesterday, 2 days ago, I have it marked up so I can anticipate what happened. So here we had a retest of the Asian session 50% in the high to go higher. So this is how you look for things to happen. Oh, I just rest in peace my journal. But that's how I look for things and I can expect them to happen, because I look at it happen all the time. And now we're breaking structure to the downside. So let's see what happens. We're either gonna start falling and we can get these buy entries, which should be a nice move. Regardless, if anything, we have more potential to the upside anyway. We go see. Just keep in mind all the retail things I be talking about. People trying to go short now because they see this ad right here as a support turn resistance, just like this. So you can expect a possible liquidity grab to happen maybe at 9:30, or just drop lower, or price could just continue to fall lower and we can just get these buys off, and it can be a simple day. It'll all be so simple. Shit, you know how the market be. It don't like simple. It likes to complicate and just fuck around.
they be like, psych.
Right, so
We're going the opposite direction.
it's fucking it should be like this, up and down, taking highs and lows. Shit has no market structure. At least got to everything's looking clean so far. It's 9:08. We got about 22 minutes until 9:30. Then we have about at 9:45 we have that news to keep in mind. So we have 36 minutes for that news. And then we have 50 minutes. So we have news at 10 o'clock too. So we have a lot of news. So I'm expecting to have some volume. Yeah, just gotta wait. Just chill now. Ain't really much we could do.
So I kind of have my stop loss at 33,920, and that's still an 80 pip stop loss because I have my ideal entry around 3,400 and then the TP around 34,400 for a 1 to 3 risk to reward.
Yeah, which one? You're talking about it like this?
For buy.
You said it was like 33.9 what?
Stop loss would be 33,920. Around there. Just under that like wick area.
Yeah, that's a good stop. Personally, you could probably have it even smaller, But I see what you're saying. This would be a good area because this is a 50% right here. So if we do trade to it, we are giving a little breathe room. And yeah,
And then the
up to here,
profit would be 34,400.
it's about a 1 to 2 if you're feeling this imbalance up here. But see what I mean? You would have to hold this whole potential trade for potential 1 to 2, where if you try to get an even smaller stop loss, turn it to 1 to 3. That's why I hate trading with big stop losses like in ranges like this. Because even if you catch a good move, you're still gonna barely make as much as you could have. So 1 to 2 is still good as long as you're making more than what you're risking. That's all that matters.
So I'm gonna adjust my numbers to 300, tighten the stop loss a little bit to these candles. Okay. That's a 1 to 3. Okay, still 1 to 3, just a tighter range or what price may go.
Yeah. Whew. Let's see what price does. Is it gonna keep falling or is it gonna give us opportunity to sell short? Who knows? What could possibly happen, honestly, if I just map out all the times and everything, if we could have a push at around 9:30, fall by 10 o'clock news at London close could be what pushes us higher. Or we could fall going into 9:30, have a retracement to that 10 o'clock news to then push even lower.
Oh, dang.
Alright, we gonna see.
Much of it.
Like,
This is chess, bro. This ain't checkers. This is chess.
or shit. But I'm looking at it from this perspective. So it could keep falling lower, but does it really want to? Based off the daily, I don't know. Could just come down to that daily order block, chill again. But ideally, we already came to it once. I don't want to see it come to it again. So I want to see a push from that area. But you can see after we came into the 50%, cleared both of these lows with this candle, the next 2 daily candles stayed above. They haven't really traded lower. Keeping in mind we're over on a consolidation on the daily, so just gotta make it work. Do what we can. Hold on, I have to sit up here. This from yesterday. I just put random shit on the chart sometimes when I'm just waiting for the market to do something.
See how it's reacting.
Yeah, it's like struggling to stay above that level, but it's also struggling to break it. So in between right now, it's kind of in that, just trading inside of that little consolidation.
Do you have a have you ever used a level 2 screen? Can you even do that with like US30?
What do you
I'm
mean?
not sure.
Like 2 screens?
Like one of those ones where you see the orders going through with the market makers.
Personally, I never use them.
You can see like little flashes of like the orders. So like if price gets to a certain, now that I know kind of like how to set like with the way you're charting, like with stocks too, like that'd be cool. Like as soon as the market open, you can see like with these targets, or if price starts to go to a target, and then a bunch of like red sell orders go through. You know, that would be confirmation that
I've seen people use them before. I've seen them use it before, but personally, I never really understood what it was. So I just never really took the time to try to learn it or get into it.
it's a little different. And then you can see like if there's like we call it resistance, but if someone's like, if price is getting bought up from, let's just say 3,400 to 34,000 to 34,200, and then at 34,200, let's say there's some price stops for a second, and there's like a big like sell order or order that needs to be filled, like let's just say 100,000 shares.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe in the future I'll look into it, but personally, all I really need is just a chart, honestly. I feel like when I try to put too much stuff and add too many confluences, I just fog my vision. So I'm looking for too many things. So it's good to always have a nice little, have a strategy that makes sense, but also make it so it's not too complex, but not too simple at the same time. So this is what I found to work for me, and I have been using this. Before I used to always have different strategies, try different strategies, look up different strategies, but now it's just I've been trading the same way, looking for the same things for months and months and months now. And I've seen it work on a daily basis. I have reasons to believe why it works. I just have to learn to be able to teach myself to see these things on a daily basis and understand that they have a high probability of happening. Hmm.
A trader who goes from wishful thinking to setting targets and, essentially just having a plan and then trading their plan, nothing else, not jumping in because the price is taking off. You got in at a certain price point because it was predetermined, premeditated. It's like, okay,
That's what I'd be telling people is manipulated. If it wasn't manipulated, I wouldn't be able to pick certain areas where price is likely to have a reason to fall, and then it comes to it and then just drops from it. Like, well, what are really the chances of me being able to figure that out if it wasn't manipulated and it didn't, and I didn't have reason to believe that there's outside forces that are gonna make it go there before it drops. Like if news comes out now and pushes it to this area and then it immediately drops off, what makes you think that that news was really real? If I knew it was like they do this beforehand, you know what I mean? And I see that all the time. It's like I'll have certain things marked out. I'm like, all right, I'm looking for these areas based on price, and then news will come out and it'll push it straight there, and then drop off. Or I'm looking to target somewhere, and then news will push it straight to that area, and then drop off from there. And I'm just like, bro, I knew this shit was gonna happen.
it's those market makers, man.
No cap. Like I've seen certain things like where I predicted it on the chart, and then it happened based off of news. And I was just like, bro. And like even if you look at what happened with the pandemic, if you go like to daily perspective, where did it go to? I think it made all-time lows, if anything. Yeah, it didn't really trade anything, but all it really did was clear this liquidity and just trade it all the way up from there. Let me see if I go to weekly. Look at that. Cleared the liquidity and pushed it right back into the range.
Yeah.
Then went to target the highs.
Just because of some not just because it's global and there's fear, man, but that's what they say, man. There's opportunity when with fear,
Let's see. I'm gonna look on Bitcoin. I'm gonna see what was the drop. Was there a drop during COVID? I think we rallied.
Yeah, there was.
I think we rallied more than anything during COVID. Oh no, right here, man. Yeah, man. Oh wait, this is 2020. Now 2020 we were just pushing all COVID. 2021 we had a drop. Interesting. I didn't expect that. It's kind of backwards. Yeah, that's what I be telling people, man. This just manipulating, man. Just telling you. Like I have friends and stuff that be trading, but they trade like retail concepts. But it's like I know they have to learn that it doesn't work first. I can't be like, oh, that doesn't work. You got to come trade this. I'm not gonna try to be that person. I'm gonna let them figure it out themselves. Because if they study it for a certain amount of time and it isn't working, then I'll be like, all right, I got someone you got to meet. I got someone you have to meet here.
I could vouch for you, bro. Like if you ever need someone like on call to be like, yo, there's
Nah.
this guy Martin.
Honestly, bro, my videos should be voucher enough. If I'm like, imagine if I'm live every day, showing people the concepts and them working, I think that's enough voucher right there, honestly. Live, me telling people what's gonna happen, and then what I'm starting to do is if I catch a live trade after we're done the stream and everything, I like edit it, cut it out, and I'll just post that little 5-minute Spread up live trade. That's what I did with which one was it? This one, right? This is from a movie that we had caught. Look, I don't know if you've been. Did you see this live yet? Did you see this video?
Not yet, man. I'm going through your videos. I'm like halfway done on the bottom.
Now this one's not really anything crazy because it's just music in the background, but it's just like the live trade. But I basically, you see me map out where I was looking to get in the price before it happened. Remember, this is when we were live. If you come, you can see when price was about to come into it. See, we had that reaction to the pip. Then I started looking at Bitcoin. But then we were still here. We weren't really trading away from it. A little reaction. TP1 hit, and you can see the reaction we had from this area. Like, come on now. Look at where it came to, where it went to. But look at what we were starting at. But look at like what we were looking at.
I like your intro too, bro. I like your intro.
Appreciate it. But look where we were when we first started. Arrow right to here, and we had that push up. If it wasn't premeditated, wasn't manipulated, I wouldn't be able to assume.
You can tell people that all you want, but they're just bro. You are fucking leading the way, man. Like with this markups, because they're gonna be like, oh, this guy, he don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna do it live now.
Yeah,
Nobody can tell me shit. Post some live. I post the trades on Instagram. Post some live on YouTube. Go over me every week going over the charts. So it's like if I pull a trade, I fucking said it a week ago. I predicted when Bitcoin was gonna fall to 39K. Remember when I was like the 72K or 39K? And I already knew what I wanted. I just wanted to see what people would think based off the random chart. And look at this. Where is that? Fuck is this shit at? Hold on. Look at this. This is where it dropped before that reversal. Look at the pricing. Look where it came to. This is 40K right here. Right here is 39. I'm just like, all right. I wanted it to come a little bit lower, but all right, the first target I'd set was 39K, and you can see the reaction we had from there. Yeah, that's what I think too. I'm just letting it do its thing. So, like I said, I'm looking at it from like the monthly, so I just have to give it time, give it to like the end of the year to really let this perspective, you know, come into play.
I'm getting bullish because of the holidays.
You think?
I think so, honestly, but
People are probably gonna be spending a lot of crypto too.
yeah, I got that Coinbase card coming through. It should be here in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're dropping now. Let's see. Might be able to get these buys off them. 9:30. We got about 4 minutes.
So would this be a buy limit if I wanted to test out a buy limit, or?
Yeah, if you wanted to, but personally, I like market execution because depending on what happens in price, I like to get my best entry. And I've been finessed so many times with buy limits where it'll come to it. It'll come like straight to the pip, start going in my direction, but it never tagged me in because it never really traded through it because of how accurate it was. And I missed the whole trade. Then I have to get in afterwards. Then price comes down to exactly where I wanted to get in before, and now I'm in drawdown. I'm tired of it. I be finessing myself, keep doing myself dirty. We should keep falling. Then around 34.20. That's what I'm gonna be looking to buy. Make sure I have like the 4-hour order block marked on my MetaTrader on my phone. So when it comes to it, I know exactly what I'm buying. $34 right here. Yes, sir. I have exactly where I'm buying at. Price continues to fall right now. But even right now, even if you really wanted to catch a sell, if price does continue on to fall and doesn't have a liquidity grab, just wait for a possible retracement to fill in a fair value gap. Catch lower prices. That's how I honestly would re-enter any trade. Just wait for it to trade back to a lower time frame, order block and fair value gap. You're good that way. Yeah, as right now it's just falling. One luck is gonna come for these lows. And if it comes for these lows, and this area is gonna be coming very soon. You know what I added? I added these little indicators to show me Sunday now, so I could like kind of look at what's happening on the hour time frame for the whole week. So you know how I be talking? You know how I be saying? Say it again? Yeah, the shaded ones are the Sunday. So Sunday, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So before it was by itself, it was like I had to kind of guess which day was which. But now it makes it a little bit easier. I can map out what's happening, because you're looking, if you're overall bullish during the week, you want to get the higher low of the week, Monday through Wednesday. Not the higher low, the low of the week. You can see last week we got the two lows on Monday and Tuesday, push all the way up. So if we're overall bullish this week, we're expecting to catch the low going through Monday through Wednesday. Are we rejecting again? Damn, this is still not really. This has been in this area for a minute now. It's been in like this area for like 30 minutes.
It doesn't know where it wants to go.
I know it's like struggling. It looked like right now cleared this. Did it even clear it, or did it like make it equal low? Looks like it made it equal low.
That was like an equal load to me.
Looks like equal low. So we're gonna see. You check.
There's a feature where if you could click on the candle, and then look to the left, top right.
Oh yeah, the higher low. Yeah, I like that shit. That's how I usually get like real precise. That's how I like map out certain areas. Like I'm targeting like fair value gaps, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So like this candle up here that I'm looking at with this fair value gap, the low of it is 34,240, and that's ideally where I would be wanting to get that best sell entry if I wanted it. And down here, I'm looking to get in at the close of that 4-hour order block. This is the close notes to open, and open would be at 34.21. That's where I'm looking to buy it. Oh, if price does anything, we got about 1 minute. Let's see what happens. We're either gonna get this push to the top side. Let me try to map out my stop loss. If we do, we get this push higher, I'm gonna have about a 50 pip stop. We get this push lower, I'm gonna have about I'm gonna say 60 pip stop for down here. So now I have marked up. So when price gets to these areas, I could just get into my trade. All right, we're gonna have that liquidity grab at 9:30. That would be nice. I think we just might get that liquidity grab. If we get this liquidity grab, we're gonna fall. I'm ready for it. Come on, push up, push up. Let me get in this trade. I can see it now. It's getting me excited already. Divided by 6, 0.20. A 0.20 down there. Okay, so 0.20 is 1.20. Alright, but alright, from the way price is moving, clear these lows now. Okay, instantly start rejecting. Okay. Clear these lows, or we're gonna start to trade back higher. Matter of fact, where is this at? Okay, that makes sense. Interesting. The 38.20% is right here at this low. So we're okay. Now I can map out what's kind of happening. You hear me? So now we cleared that low, traded into the 38.20%. Now I'm anticipating the price is gonna have this push off of this level, trade up into this 4-hour fair value, not 4-hour fair value, 4-hour order block to trade lower. Because remember how I said you can catch continuations off of the 38.20%, but it usually isn't a long-lasting move. Like we'll have a push higher before then trying to trade into the lower fib, like I was talking about. So that could see, now that's ideally what you can map out here. You see how we've rejected, we're not coming back down, we're trading higher. If we start to break this candle's high right here, we're gonna push up higher after having this liquidity grab, and then that'll ideally play a part in what I was expecting. And you can see how the price is moving. After it came down fast early into the candle, push higher. We just gotta see, still kind of struggling in this area though, so we can leave it. Shit happening. Yeah, it's just struggling right now. Damn, not as much New York 930 volume like I was expecting. You have to wait till the news. There we go. This should be a nice little sell scenario. Because I ideally still want to see a retracement. I don't think this is going to be the only retracement we get. I don't see prices taking off from here, personally. Wouldn't make sense. There we go. Now we're pushing higher. That's what I want us to see. Let me check the daily real quick just to make sure. Could we see higher prices? I don't know. That's the weekly daily. Daily can look like we have a lot of upside room now. Yeah, the price isn't doing much right now, honestly. It's just chilling in this little area of consolidation. Remember how I said there's areas of high consolidation is where the most volume is? All this right here is just consolidation accumulating. Because when you see you had an accumulation here, manipulated, took the high, had that big move. Now we're accumulating for a possible manipulation to have that big move that I'm looking for. If we don't get to these areas by like 10 o'clock, I'm probably not gonna take a trade at that point. It might happen still going into 11:30, 12 o'clock. Because one thing I learned with trading US 30 is 12 o'clock tends to have a lot of reversals going into 12. Let me see. Like down here, this is where we start consolidating at 12. Let me see. Right over here is 11 going into 12. All right, we look like we're about to get this. We can get into this trade by 9:45, by 10. I think we'll be good for that news that comes out. We got about a few minutes left on this candle. About 10 minutes left. So if we can get up there and then start rejecting into this range within 10 minutes, that would be ideal. Always, we're hunting the market. We're sniping right now. That's what we're doing. We're going sniping. Alright, now we're rejecting. Nice. Make up your mind. Make up your mind.
This is exciting.
Oh, this shit heavy. Fucking having butterflies. Yeah, this shit's not really doing much. This is ranging. If it clears this high and it's such a range aside of this, that's not what I want to see at all. But it might just happen for 15 more minutes until 10 o'clock. Or 4 more minutes, we got news. So let's see what happens. Today's just been a lot of waiting. Now we're dropping. Yeah, but remember how I said the 38.20%, you usually get a push, but there's never always a big push up. So, but see what I mean? See, and now look. Okay. At least I know I'm not crazy. I know what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm gonna be getting in right when we get to this order block. Oh, reject 62. Come a little bit lower. You know you want to. Come a little bit lower. This shit is just... Yeah, this is not what I like. If it would have came to the 4-hour order block and did this shit, we would have been cool.
Yeah, I was waiting.
I think a 50 pip stop is gonna be cool. Nice little something. Let's trade a little bit lower, man. That's all I need.
Still got time.
Yeah, we're good. From the way it's looking, it looks like we're gonna be able to catch this trade. It's looking valid. See what I mean? It traded to that price. Didn't have that full move. Had a move though, so you could have caught a reaction, but it didn't overall hold that area. That's what I usually be talking about. I just expected it to come a little bit higher, but then reverse. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But it's still the same characteristics, though. Just didn't work out to the T. Alright, let me get my MetaTrader on my iPad ready. I got all these screens. Got my iPad, my phone, got my trading view on my computer. All these charts. All different time frames. How's the 5-minute looking? Where's the 5-minute time frame? At this 4-hour order block, how's that looking? Oh, my sub to be under this candle. Because if you look on a 5-minute at this 4-hour order block, we have these two last down candles on the 5-minute. So this could be right where it really taps into. If you just don't keep ranging. Shit. Look at this. What the fuck is this? What is this? This is horrible. This is not.
Is that considered a doji?
Yeah, it's, I guess, yeah. Still a good doji. Just a long with doji.
Yeah, it's fun.
Or this shit likes his range, huh? Jeez. Why? Just come down like 20 more pips and then do this. We'll be cool. At least that'll be like my 1-to-1. But right now, you're just playing. Well, I'm looking at it on a 5-minute too. What the fuck? What the hell? At least we closed below. So we still got that opportunity to come lower. I have this 5-minute order block marked up too. I'm trying to really catch this. Yeah, days like this are not fun. We waited all this time for price to not do what we wanted. But I feel like that sometimes.
Part of business.
Like, this is back and forth. Let me check the 1-minute. Nice. This is. See if we hold. Should hold. the way we're looking, we're losing volume in our candles, losing momentum. Let's see. I'm just keeping my eye on the 1 minute, so we might have a little more pushes in and around it. Overall, it's associate push down. Whew. Okay, we've got news in about 4 minutes.
I did a fib on that most recent impulse. See where it could have went back to. That's about the continuation level right there.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, around that area.
A lot of times you can kind of start to tell once you start using the fib a lot. You can kind of tell where certain things, and you can see how I said we're losing that momentum. I just want to see a continuation, come down, this is my entry, then you can go back to where you want to go. So that's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. On the 1 minute time frame, look for snipes. That's what we're doing. There we go. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Keep going. Yeah, this is horrible. I hate shit like this. This makes trading not fun. Trying to catch trees and shit. It's over here finessing me. Market doing whipsaws. Yeah, I'm just looking at it from the okay. That makes sense. Look right here. This is our breaker block. That's kind of exactly where we came into 62%. That breaker block. We didn't really trade instead of 4 hour order block. Damn. That's why sometimes you're not always going to catch these trades, especially when you're disciplined enough to try to hold it. You miss a lot of trades too. So say I just waited to get in at the 62% because that was the closest entry, I probably would have been in right now. But hey, this is what it is. Yep.
Normally, you don't like. Well, do you usually get in on the 62? That you like, or normally?
It depends. It depends on the setup, honestly. Like if it's close, like this close to an order block, I'll tend to wait for the order block to get hit. If the order block is farther away or is above it, it just all honestly depends on the situation. Every time is different.
And honestly, it may. What do you think about the time and how the US 30 kind of like has that feel to it? Do you think it still may go into the 70.5% range?
When down here?
Yeah. Do you think it still has a chance of going into this range for a buy higher?
Yeah, I think it will, because this 4 hour order block is almost right there with 70.5%. We're starting to fall right now, so we should.
When is that coming again?
At 9:45, which is in 4 minutes. You see what I'm saying? When time and price correlates, you know what I'm saying? And we have news at 10. But we just have to get this push in just a little bit. We keep coming close, but not right to it. Just waiting for this price to come into my entry, man. But we're mapping it out. That's all we're doing. We mapped out this retracement. Now we're mapping out the expansion. Okay, we might get it with this candle. If we can get this candle right here, just a 15-minute candle, if we can get this pushed down real quick, then early instead of candle, that would be nice. I want to see it fall right now. I don't want to see it push higher. I want to see a drop going into 7 minutes to the candle to then see the other half push higher. Going into 10 o'clock to then have that push higher. Alright, let me check what the news came out was. Alright, it was better than expected. Come on, have that down push first. Don't do me like that. Don't come to 62 and then take off. That's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking if you were to do that. We might have just missed it. Might not come to the 4 hour order block with the volume of this candle. Yeah. Looks like it's gone. Could retrace still, but shit. If it retraces that far, I don't know. I have to think twice about that. Yeah, look at this hour candle rejection too. Yeah, you just live and learn. See, our best entry right here would have been at this breaker block at the 62%. Because right now it doesn't look like it's gonna come back. Breaking 5-minute highs. All of that. I'll give it till 10 o'clock. Give it till 10 to see if we can come into this area. If we don't, then I'm gonna just let it go. It is what it is. Damn, I haven't had a day where I don't really take a trade in a while. Shit. Let's check the 1 minute. Okay, we had 1 minute like this. That's I kind of like seeing this right here. I'm kind of glad. Right here, since we came close so many times, we're just making liquidity. Made it equal low. Come down, sweep it, or pushing higher. That's what I want to see. Just something fast. Something fast. All I want to see is a whoop whoop. That's all I need. I just need one more push down, US30. I know you got it in you. Just give me one more push down. That's all I need. I gotta start praying to the gods. I don't know. It's kind of iffy right now. Shit. We'll see. Fuck it. Whatever happens, happens. As long as if we can break this low right here on the 1 minute. If we trade lower than here, then we'll most likely get that entry. But if we stay above, well, it's 34.83. Probably won't get the trade. Right here, if we could break half of this candle, we should be good. But I don't know. Looks like it's just gonna keep going higher. Days like this, you gotta learn to just keep your discipline, because we understand that we mapped out a move that potentially could leave without us, but if you miss your train, you're not just gonna go jump on it. You have to wait for the next one. Not gonna jump on a moving train. Like, you see how close they came though? Like, come on now. I was off by how many? By how much? 10 pips? 10 pips. But the whole general area is still working out. And if you look at it like this, it came right to 34,450, which is not our major big figure, but still a big figure. Yeah, it doesn't look like price is gonna have that retracement, honestly. Might be a little finesse, And then things like this make me think that since we're having this could just be a retracement for us to catch a potential sell if this does reverse. It does come all the way down. See what I mean? Yeah. This is always a whole bunch of things to always keep in mind, but shit. This area has a lot of consolidation here. There's a lot of orders in this area. People are going long, people are going short. This is accumulating everything right now.
Do you predict a bigger move in the near future?
I'm trying to think. I don't know. It's only Tuesday. Maybe going into Wednesday. What time is it? We got about 10 minutes to that 10 a.m. news. So as of right now, looking at what happened with our daily range, we had our consolidation. We got our push out of it. Now we're chilling. So we're tracing the top of it. So now we got to see if we're either going to continue to push higher or have a retracement to go lower. So I don't know. I still kind of want to go short at this 4-hour order block up here, even though we had this retracement, because this 4-hour order block still hasn't even been touched yet. But at the same time, we had a retracement already. So what's keeping it from continuing to continue making this candle go even higher? just fill in this, you know. That's why after 10 o'clock, if I don't see what I'm looking for, I'm just call it a day. I'm not gonna try to figure out what US30 is trying to do. It's not really worth it. Because this right here is about 100 pip move. Mm-hmm. Part of me wants to select this order block, but I don't know. I really don't. Considering the hour time frame, this wick, this rejection, I don't know. Might not be worth trying to go short here. But I'm just keeping in mind that 10 a.m. news. And what if it's bad news, so to say, and it just drops from that area? I'm not trying to take one for the team again. Took one for the team yesterday. Yeah, we got 8 minutes for the news. Yeah, we're just pushing. But you can see the reaction we had, all these confirmations here. Shit. Clean confirmations. Matter of fact, let me check NAS 100. Let me check NAS 100. What are you doing? Okay. This is pushing. This looks like it's gonna keep going higher. So I don't know what to expect for you, sturdy. Yeah, today's been very anticlimactic. So this is just this whole thing. It's just trash. It's been in this area since 5 in the morning. Like this whole stream, we just been here. Like in this little, from this high, this low, we just been watching. This little area of price. It's fine. Let's see, we're gonna get this liquidity grab, so then go lower, or are we just gonna continue to push higher? Then stop me out if I get in. I think we'll still have this reaction at 34,200. Personally, even if it's not anything crazy, I still think we could possibly catch something. Could be wrong though. Could be wrong. This is, yeah, it really is. Gotta play like a game. Have your rules and just stick to the rules and just keep using your rules to be able to consistently get better. You gotta play it all the time, every day, so you can learn and get better and experience certain things that only you can experience by doing it every day. This is doing nothing right now. It's making me mad. Like it's just up and down. Just struggling to break these highs too. Like damn, can't do nothing. Looks like we're about to clear it though. All right, we're clearing it. About to close it. Coming to this 4-hour order block. I am going to be going short at it in about. Once I come right at to this order block on my MetaTrader, getting it. All right, we're at 34,200 right now. Come on, I need 5 pips. Don't do what you did to me on the buy side. Don't do it again. Just come to the order block, please. Tired again, finesse. I gotta come a little bit higher. I just need like 5 more pips. 5 more pips and I'm gonna go short. That's all I need. Come on. It's not on it on my MetaTrader. Rejecting, no. Do I want to wait? I waited. I don't know if I should have though. I want to get in up here, man. It's doing me bad.
I got it.
You got in?
I got in when you said like five pips, and then it squeezed up a little bit. Like
Yeah, I should have, but it's like not. My MetaTrader is different. Like the broker is different, so it didn't come exactly to it. So it's like that's what I'm saying, like 5 pips.
that's what you mean by.
But you might be good, so yeah, they're all different. All right, come on.
Damn, that was 2 pips, bro. 2 or 3 pips.
That's what I'm saying. What are you doing to me, US30? What are you doing? Come on, come up one more time. We still got 4 minutes until 10 o'clock. Come up a little, one more time. Shit, because if I get in here, my stop loss is gonna be getting widened by like a whole 10 pips. Come on. Just a little bit higher. I might try to get in at the high of this candle then. Right at this red line, I might just try to get in there, honestly. There's still a lot of confluence in this area, so if I can get in there, that's still ideally close enough. Oh, now we're reacting. Oh, am I missing out? Low-key missing out. Got about 3 minutes till 10 o'clock. Yeah, price is not doing what I want today. It's just on the opposite side of me. Like, come on, you really missed it by 1 pip.
60%, bro. Like you're pretty good when it comes like you're.
Nah, I need that 100% accuracy. Oh God. Come on. Now it's starting to fall. Shit like this that be fucking me up. But then this is the shit that gets me mentally, that makes me just want to re-enter. And then I have a bad stop loss. Then I have a bad stop loss and entry. Then price goes exactly where I want it to go. Then I'm just sitting here like, damn, bro, what's going on? Alright, I might just wait till the next candle when it closes in about a minute 30 to possibly have that up wick. That might be what happens. But looking on the 5 minute, it's looking pretty clean, but this is just fucking with my head. I'm mad that it did miss this entry and it missed this entry. Well, you gotta have discipline, I guess, right? I'm still not even in this shit. I'm just letting Chris do what it got to.
So the TP would be at around the 34,000 range, right?
Yeah, I would be looking to take a lot of profits off at 34,000, considering where it is in price. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get in this trade. This trade's being a little bitch. Being a little bitch. Yeah, pardon me, I'm kind of glad I didn't even get in. It doesn't even look like it's doing shit right now. All it would have did was just had me just hitting a move. There we go, come on. Trade into that order block now. Trade into it, you know you want to. Come on, now it's gonna trade into my order block. Now you will. That's what I want to see. Trade into it. I'm getting in right here. I'm not even gonna. I got in like a whole pip away from where I wanted to, but it's cool. All right, now we just wait. Yeah.
This is kind of scary, bro. There's no plan. Like, getting in on a bullish candle.
I know. You just gotta wait for the reaction, the rejection. Let's see, it might fill in this fair value gap before going lower. but I know where I'm trying to take my L at. As long as we can stay below this imbalance after we fill it, we should be good. Oh, let's see. We're gonna take a L. We're gonna take a nice little dub. Right now, price is pushing, building this imbalance. So let's see. Did we already have that retracement and we're gonna miss out, and this is gonna stop us out, or are we still gonna be able to catch retracement? Because ideally, we would have been wanting to catch this first retracement, but shit, you know how that be. Can't always catch it. 4 hours looking. So I think this is losing momentum to the upside. Came into that 4 hour order block now. I want to see rejection. I do not want to see it go any higher. I'm trying to see price stay below.
Yeah, this is my only trade for the day because if it goes
Yeah.
I don't want to. Yeah.
Last one, and considering the time, it's already 10 o'clock. I don't usually try to get in this late, but considering the news and considering where we are, I can see price try to come down.
Balance. It's at the 70%. 75% range. Okay, just gotta give it time to see what happens, right?
Facts, that's all we gotta do. Just gotta wait.
Brody, I'm gonna start getting ready for work, man. It was a pleasure being on your YouTube channel again.
Always, bro.
I appreciate this opportunity that you've given me. Thank you.
Appreciate you being here. I would have been here all alone. Yeah, price looks like it's struggling. So if it starts breaking this imbalance, just keep in mind it's probably gonna hit stop loss considering what's happening. It's all good. Shit. It is what it is. Probably should have just kept out considering the time, but you always got to take advantage of these opportunities.
I'm not even going to worry about it, bro, because it may keep going down. But,
that's what the guy's likelihood. But it's all good.
1%.
It's 1%.
1%. Give back 1% of the 1.5% I made yesterday, still up.
Yeah, it'll be good. And we're gonna see what happens. Give it like an hour to see what happens.
Alright, man, take it easy. Have a good day. Get in at the gym today.
Alright, bro. You too. You be safe. Alright, guys. And it was just us now. Let's see what happens with US 30. See what happens, man. It's just struggling. Not really doing what I want to see it do, but it is what it is. Just gotta wait for this rejection, guys. That's all we're doing. Just being patient and letting price play out. Gotta wait. See if it gets stopped out. If it gets stopped out, it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. Alright, but guys, I'm gonna end this little stream here. Personally, I'm just gonna hold this trade going into the day because I don't think right now it's gonna have its move. I'm gonna have to just give it some time. Unless it stops us out right here. Let me just check since it's coming to stop loss. My stop loss is a little bit wider. It's actually up here, but you guys see what happens. I don't personally think this trade is gonna end up playing out from the way it's moving right now, but it is what it is. We just gotta wait and find out. So hopefully you guys learned something from this little Chats and Charts episode 9. So we're just gonna leave it at that. Didn't take a winning or losing trade right now. I'll update you guys if you follow me on Instagram or you're in my Telegram. You'll see what happens with this trade if I win it or not. If not, it is what it is. But I'm gonna end it here, and I'm gonna